When you're at the height of your career, successful, established and comfortable, would you give it all up just to pursue a dream? Mr. Ronald Lee did just that and successfully built up PrimeStaff Management Services into one of Singapore's leading homegrown human resource consultancies.
Well, I guess it's all in my blood. I've always wanted to do business. Since young, I have always been thinking about how one day I could be running my own business. And even in conversations with my friends, at some point in time, whenever something is raised, I always say, this can be done, that can be done, you know. Why don't we do that? And so when the opportunity comes, it becomes an easy decision for me.
In 1997, the Asian financial crisis threw Mr. Lee a curveball and he was forced to re-evaluate the company's business model.
Because I came from the banking industry, I serviced a lot of banking customers initially, and naturally my business was affected. However, we were not focused entirely on the banking sector, so with that we quickly moved on to other sectors. We moved on to the IT industry, we also moved on to several other so-called sunrise industries that were not affected.
Surmounting any challenge thrown at him, Mr. Lee has proven himself adaptable regardless of the changing business conditions. But when the SARS epidemic hit, the strangulating effects saw the recruitment market grind to an almost complete stop.
Literally, the world went into a frenzy. Everybody started panicking, travel almost got to a standstill. We have many people who actually dump their jobs in China and come back here to Singapore because they say they don't want to die there. Practically every industry, every company says they freeze hiring, they didn't know what's happening, nobody wants to progress beyond what they're doing. A lot of companies have to split their management, chairman here, vice chairman there, president here, just in case somebody gets struck, the other part can operate. So our business was badly affected.
How did Mr. Lee weather the storm and still keep his operations at full tilt?
I've decided that being the owner, being the person responsible for the operation, I really cut my own salary. And because I believe in doing this for the long haul, I wouldn't do what many others did, close the business, retrench staff. Some of my friends actually said, "You are not being clever." And I to some extent agree, but that's not my philosophy, because we manage with compassion. We don't want people to be disappointed. That's the time they look up to us. And that's the time they needed us most, and we just can't say, sorry, the job's no longer there for you. 360-degree entrepreneur would be someone who is a visionary, someone who is able to see the end from the beginning, someone who is able to conceive an idea, conceptualize it and crystallize it, and of course taking leadership in leading the entire people under him or her towards achieving the end results.